This ad is as exciting as skinless chicken breast without salt.
If there's one thing people do not need to be reminded of, it's the price of gas. Welcome to Political Experts React, where we break down political ads in media, explain what the people behind them are trying to accomplish, and decide whether or not they did a good job. I'm Dan Pfeiffer, former communications director for Barack Obama. Joining me today is Alyssa Mastromonaco, Obama's former deputy chief of staff and co-host of the Crooked Media podcast, Hysteria. Alyssa Mastromonaco, welcome to Political Experts React.
Dan Pfeiffer, still an honor to be called an expert.
I use it for myself in a very self-deprecating way, but our guests are actual experts. That's how the show works. So welcome and thank you.
Okay, thanks so much.
The theme of today's show is bad Democratic ads.
I love bad ads.
There are a lot of good ads out there. We've done shows on those. We've done shows on horrifying, dishonest Republican ads. These are could-have-done better ads from Democrats. And hopefully the gazillion people who watch this show will see what these people did bad and do better ads. Okay, the first ad we're going to watch is a cut down of an ad from Josh Gottheimer, a Democratic member of Congress from New Jersey.
When I look out today, I am hopeful and I am inspired. It reminds me that ahead of anything else, that what unites us as Americans is far greater than anything that divides us. I've taken on the far right and stood up to those in my party. I've battled congressional leadership who wanted to spend too much. And I've always rejected the politics of demonizing the other side and instead honored hard work and bipartisan problem solving. And I've been committed to rolling up my sleeves and deliver for you, for the 5th District, and for our great country. Those are our Jersey values, and that's what I'm about. We're tough, we're resilient, we're Jersey strong, and we fight hard for what we believe in. All of us, if we work together, and we stand together, and we fight together, our best days will always be ahead of us.
Alyssa, what are your thoughts on this ad from Josh Gottheimer of the Problem Solvers Caucus?
Pfeiffer, here are my thoughts. This ad is as exciting as skinless chicken breast without salt. Okay, this is not an ad that is going to convince anyone to vote for him. I actually have many issues with this ad. If you are going to do an ad that's like showing you at a crowd event, make it a good one. I don't know. I mean, that event was like definitely like fake to film the ad, right?
I can't imagine that's an actual event. What I thought was clever about it is if you get people to hold signs, you don't have to worry about them clapping. Like there's no danger of that, right? It's just
genius. I didn't even think about that. I mean,
are you familiar with the people who made this ad?
No.
Cookie Cutter Consulting? Yes, it is. Here, I'll say something nice about the ad.
What? What are you going to say that's nice about it?
As much as people like you and I, and probably a lot of people who watch this show, get exhausted by bipartisan bromides, the public does support them. It is one thing they very much liked about Joe Biden, was that he talked about trying to restore bipartisanship. In Joe Biden's case, I believe that is to be a genuine hope and belief. We can talk about the plausibility of it. Oh, you have raised your hand. Please proceed.
The floor would like to, I'd like to be recognized. Let me be very specific. My beef is not with bipartisanship.
I'm not saying you are partisan.
No, let me finish. Is that you can say that you're for bipartisanship. You don't have to say, and I take on my own party. You don't have to say the second part. It's unnecessary.
The broader point here is you have to be for something, and to be for something, you have to be against someone. And this ad says nothing. It's just blah.
The only thing he says he's against is his own party.
Yes. One party is trying to implement a violent takeover of our democracy. But oh no, the squad's trying to save the planet too aggressively in terms I don't like. It's fucking stupid. It doesn't help anyone. He doesn't need to do it.
No, and he's got like a lot of cash on hand. I feel like he could really just have done better.
You know, sometimes it's better to say nothing than to say that. So the next ad we're going to watch is from Democratic Senator Maggie Hassan from New Hampshire.
Gas prices. We know the story. And while all of us are paying the price, one senator is fighting to lower your costs.
Senator Maggie Hassan is on a mission to try to ease the pain at the pump.
She wants to suspend the federal gas tax for the rest of the year.
I'm taking on members of my own party to push a gas tax holiday, and I'm pushing Joe Biden to release more of our oil reserves. That's how we lower costs and get through these times. I'm Maggie Hassan, and I approve this message.
All right, Alyssa, do you agree that this ad fits under the premise of this show, which is not great?
Not great. I'm not entirely sure that we should be starting ads with like the gas pump just going higher and higher and higher. Because, I mean, I think we all know, and I'm not sure that we need to remind people, you know, that it's bad. I mean, it is bad, but like, I think that maybe we should be more for things that we can fix, and I'm not sure that she can fix this.
If there's one thing people do not need to be reminded of, it's the price of gas. Every time they drive down the street, there are giant signs telling them the price of gas. Every time they fill up their car, which they have to do, they see how expensive it is. Like sometimes in ads, it's important to set context. This is not one of those times, right? Like no one is like, I could have sworn gas prices were low, but now that Maggie Hassan has told me they're high,
Fuck!
I'm going to open my ears to her solutions to this problem.
There's not a great solution to it either.
No. A couple contextual pieces to this. She is pushing Joe Biden to release oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. This ad is from a while back. He has since done that. Now, I love Maggie Hassan. I think she is a great senator.
100%, yes.
But there are a couple things that I just want to use this as an example to tell a broader story. One is Joe Biden won New Hampshire by 7 points. This is not West Virginia. This is a state Joe Biden won by 7. And so if you're doing the math of how you win, your goal is to get those people who voted for Joe Biden to turn out and vote for you. And so attacking Joe Biden or suggesting, implying that he's not doing enough on gas prices absent your forceful pushing of him is not a good way to keep the Biden voters motivated to turn out. Now, in her defense, New Hampshire is a very high number of independent voters, not undeclared voters as they're called. And those voters are the voters who in polls have had the greatest turn against Biden. So she clearly is going against some headwinds here. But her goal, in my view, should be to try to strengthen Joe Biden, not strengthen herself at the expense of Joe Biden.
I fully agree.
It's one thing to ignore Joe Biden. That is one strategy. But to put him in your ads and then suggest he's not doing enough on gas prices is going to make your political situation worse, in my opinion.
I never really know how I feel about any ad where it's like I'm taking on my own party. It's like, must we? We have enough to fight against. Must we take ourselves on?
Look, people, I'm going to let you behind the curtain on how business works in the attention economy. It is driven by mercenary capitalism. The more people that smash the subscribe button, the more shows we get to do. If people don't smash the subscribe button, no shows. It's that brutal. And so if we want to keep having these shows, we got to, quote unquote, smash the subscribe button. It's one click. It's not that hard. All it costs is a nanosecond of your time and a shred of my dignity. So please smash the subscribe button. These are tough times. Democrats are in a funk in some ways. So we are not going to end this episode on a down note.
Oh, is there a good one?
We are going to end with this ad from Senator Raphael Warnock, who's running for re-election in Georgia.
If the race between me and my opponent were out here, I could understand why you might choose him. If it were here, of course. But this campaign is about who's ready to represent Georgia. And when it comes to that, I'm proud to be leading the fight to cap the cost of insulin, to make sure our military has safe housing, and to stop the big banks from ripping off consumers. I'm Raphael Warnock, and I'm running for Georgia. That's why I approve this message.
Some context here is Raphael Warnock is running against Donald Trump's chosen candidate, who happens to also be Herschel Walker, a former NFL star. Do you agree that this ad is better than Josh Gottheimer's ad?
I love this ad so much. I love it so much. As a candidate, he has very good ads. Remember the last cycle, he had the one about walking his dog and picking up dog poop that was like very relatable and very funny and like very upbeat.
Can I let you in on a secret?
What? You made it? You made this ad?
No, I didn't make an ad. That was a stunt dog. That wasn't his real dog. He borrowed it.
You know what? Points for creativity and ingenuity, right. Okay? Like, he got the job done. He found an adorable dog. Good for him.
That's my point. It's a fucking metaphor, people.
Why, did people have beef that it wasn't his dog?
On Twitter? Yes, obviously.
Oh, my God. But no, this, I loved it because he also pointed out, like, in his action ad, like, things that he was doing that were actually going to help people, and he's not going against his own party. First of three, that's not like, let me tell you why my party sucks and why I can be independent from them. I just loved it. I would watch this all day long. Every time it came on, I would stop and watch it, and I would give a little titter, like, ah, ha, 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 that's funny. And I would vote for him, the most important part. I'd vote for him.
I love this ad. Raphael Warnock and his campaign understand that to make an ad worthwhile, it has to get attention beyond the incredibly expensive, inefficient medium of broadcast television. Like, this ad had virality to it. People loved it. And it had a point. It wasn't virality for virality's sake, which is a common mistake people make, which is just like, whatever it takes to go viral, we're going to do. This one is clever. It's endearing. He's very good. He's a very good on-camera performer, which is very important because communicating is part of the job. But, you know, if Maggie Hassan's taking on Joe Biden and Josh Gottheimer's taking on his party, Raphael Warnock is taking on the drug companies and the banks. And who's he fighting for?
Us!
Yes, us. Yes, he's fighting for people. It's a great ad. More ads like this. Be like Raphael Warnock, people. And not everyone can pull off on camera what he can do, but there is a model here to think about your ad as a piece of content that not just a commercial like you were selling antacids.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
All right, Alyssa Mastromonaco, thank you for joining us on yet another episode of Political Experts React.
I hope you'll have me back, buddy. I love doing this with you.
Thanks for watching these ads and videos with us. If you have any ideas about other ads that we should look at, let us know in the comments. See you all next time.